Commission, saying their decision is not based on any sound legal or logic foundations. In a statement made available to the Standard, Sir Musa said they rejected the move in totality. And that is section, he said in a statement, section 217, which the IEC quoted, relies on principles of standards and rules of natural justice and fairness. And but the IEC decision is certainly a violation of the rules of the natural justice and fairness, said Majanko Samosa. And the TRRC, that is the Truth, Reconciliation and Reparation Commission, will, next session is on the 11th November coup d'etat, the second session of hearing of the 1994 coup at the Truth, Reconciliation and Reparation Commission will focus on the November 11, 1994 incident. According to the Commission, this session will begin on Monday, February 11th and end on Tuesday, February 28th. In this connection, the TRRC urged all persons who were victims of human rights violations associated with November 11 incident to visit the Commission headquarters at Dunes Hotel. And APRC NAM said Fonyi should ignore Barrow's courtship. Honorable the National Assembly member for Fonyi Bondali Kadi Kamara has called on her native people of Fonyi to ignore President Barrow's call for them to support his administration. Speaking at the recent APRC rally in Brikama, Honorable Kamara said, when things were fine and well between Barrow and his political native UDP, the APRC was their biggest enemy. And he said, and I quote, we were in his administration's biggest enemy. They never like Fonyi and they will never like us. They are only following their interests. The National Assembly member for Fonyi Bondali Kadi Kamara there. And Mayor Koli called UDP protesters coup plotters, a witness, and that is Fatu Kamara, the 27 prosecution witness in the trial of 9 NIA officials yesterday told the High Court in Banjul that the former mayor of Kanifi Municipal Council, Yankuba Koli, has described the UDP April 14 protesters as coup plotters. You may remember dozens of UDP supporters took to the street on the 14th of April 2016 demanding electoral reforms, and testifying before Justice Kumba Silla Kamara, the witness who was among the protesters recalled that when they were detained at PIU headquarters, they happened to meet the former IGP and the former mayor of KMC in the premises. Kamara said they were asked to line up in the sun, and after a while, a man dressed in a white police uniform came and ordered for them to be taken to a cell, and that instead. And she said at this point they were escorted to the hall, to the main hall, where Mayor Koli and IGP Sonko came and met them. That is all on the Standard. And on the Point newspaper, Point is reporting that effective leadership requires dictatorship. That is a statement made by the interim leader of the former ruling APRC party, Fabakary Tombong Jatta. And the interim leader was made these remarks during an interview with the West Coast Peter Gomez Coffee Time. And Fabakary said, at the time, who was at the time the majority leader of the National Assembly, said there must be some form of dictatorship to rule effectively. Mr. Jatta made this comment in an interview on Tuesday with the host of a Coffee Time, Peter Gomez Daily Morning Show on West Coast Radio. Mr. Jatta was asked if he takes any offense when people describe the former President Yahya Jammeh as a dictator. He responded in the negative. He went on to say that the dictatorship is a useful means to have people comply with the demands and to be effective. So for me, there must be a form of dictatorship, and in fact, most of the countries in the West even have a dictatorship, according to Fabakary Tombong Jatta. And Osman Rambo Jatta, brand Gambian journalist, as the biggest enemy of APRC. That is Osman Rambo Jatta, the deputy party leader of the opposition Alliance for Patriotic Reorientation and Construction, has taken a bit of on Gambian journalists, saying they are the biggest enemy of the APRC party. Mr. Jatta urged that the Gambian journalists should remember the past as well as the present circumstances. He was addressing the APRC militants at Brikama on Saturday. And on Daily News also is reporting that I was stripped naked, beaten at mile 2. That is the statement made by O.J. Jallow, Omar Amadou Jallow, alias O.J. Jallow, the ex-minister on the PPP regime, of Jawara told the Truth, Reconciliation and the Reparation Commission that he was at one point stripped naked and was beaten until his clothes had stain of blood all over. OJ is the 13th witness who appeared before the TRRC and is set light on the events of the 1994 coup. And Omar Jallow, who spoke on the April 10th and 11th student protests in 2000, said it was the former Vice President Aissatou Njie Sedi who was around when students were killed after a peaceful demonstration in 2000. I was electrocuted, kicked, and forced to drink my urine. Witness told the TRRC, my torturers include the former director of National Intelligence Agency, Daba Marina, and 3 others, Baba Saho, Fode Bari, and Musa Kinte, Baj Samba Jallow, a former teacher and a civil servant of the Gambia, told the Truth, Reconciliation and Reparation Commission. And The Voice is reporting that NCP slams IEC ill decision, as was on the standard. The faction led by Janko Samosa has dismissed decision by the Independent Electoral Commission and the PPP leader Farm to move on. The Momodu Musanjai, the elected leader and the Secretary General of PPP party, has said that he will not resign from his position as the party leader. You may remember they had an election last month and it was disputed by, he contested with former Vice President Bakari Bunja Dabo. The Voice also is reporting that no TRR sitting until further notice, that they will resume sitting later. And on Foria is also reporting that a car scuffle in Koina leaves 3 people injured. Some people in the so-called Freeborn community of Koina village attacked some members of the so-called slave faction, seriously injuring 3 people in the passing of Papa Kamara, Muhammad Kulubali, and Salifu Ture, who are said to be members of the so-called slave factions. You may remember there was a similar incident happened in Diabugu last year, where some people were arrested and they were taken to court. And that's all we have for you today on the papers. I will try and talk to a refugee rights activist who lives in Germany to shed light on the deportation where 15 Gambians were deported from Germany yesterday. And I will try to get hold of him as soon as I get to, okay, he's on the line now. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Nima, thank you so much for your time. Welcome to the Fatu Network. Hello?
Thank you.
Well, viewers, that is Nima Jadama.
Yeah, hello?
Yes, I can hear you. A refugee rights activist and a Gambian journalist based in Germany.
Thank you very much, Omar.
Okay, yesterday a German...
Yeah, hello, I can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you. A refugee rights activist and a Gambian journalist. Hello?
Thank you very much, Omar.
Okay, yesterday a German...
Hello, I can hear you.
I'm having some troubles there with the connection. I will try once again and see. The phone is... Hello, Nima.
Hello.
Can you hear me now?
I am on.
Okay. Yesterday...
Yeah, hello.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
15 Gambians were returned deported from Germany. The government confirmed that they landed in this country. What can you tell us about these people? You are...
Yes, I can hear you.
15 Gambians were returned deported from Germany. The government confirmed that they landed in this country. What can you tell us about these people? You are...
Omar, yeah, 15 Gambians. I can still hear you.
Yes, carry on.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. Yesterday we realized... Yeah, 15 Gambians.
I think we are having trouble with the connection there, but we'll move on with the story. That is the Constitutional Review Commission on Wednesday, 30th January 2019, held a press conference aimed at braving the media with regard to a nationwide consultation program. Jaka Sise Jaite was at the press conference, and let's take a listen to her report.
Hey, What are you doing here?
I'm going to replace my AfriCell 3G SIM card.
Why use a 3G SIM card when you have a 4G phone? Replace your 3G SIM card today for the real AfriCell 4G SIM and receive 1 gigabyte of internet data for free.
Really?
Yes, get 1 gigabyte for free just by replacing your SIM card at any AfriCell outlet. With no loss of contact, the cost of bundle from the 3G SIM card is the same for the 4G SIM. And guess what? With the 4G SIM card, you can also connect to the 3G network as well.
This is so cool. I'll replace my 3G SIM card right away to the real 4G SIM and receive my very own 1 gigabyte for free.
From AfriCell, it's always real and it's for free.
Where AfriCell goes, no one has the speed to follow.
The Constitutional Review Commission, CRC, on Wednesday, 30th January 2019, held a press conference at the Commission Secretariat in Kotu. The conference was aimed at updating the media about the Commission's countrywide consultation program and other matters. Cherno Jallo is the chairperson of the Commission.
Monday, the CRC had embarked on a series of public consultations from 5th November to the 26th of January 2019, a period spanning over 3 months. The public consultations entail direct interface with Gambian communities around the country to discuss issues related to constitutional reform and to discuss and to establish public opinion on matters that Gambians wish to contribute towards the building of a new constitution. The public consultations involved face-to-face dialogue with communities, schools, and individuals. In addition, face-to-face dialogue was held in focus group discussions with women, youth, and men, and the CRC administers questionnaires in all the neighboring villages around the venues at which public consultations were held. The consultations covered 104 communities countrywide. We started with 84, but as we progressed, we revised that list. And the total number, as of today, as at the conclusion of the public consultation, stands at 104 communities. The consultative process would also incorporate the views and aspirations of Gambians living in the diaspora, and it will cover some countries in Africa, Europe, and some states in the United States of America. We have prepared the following preliminary draft, which is currently under review through dialogue with the Honorable Attorney General. In Africa, Senegal and Mauritania have been listed. Angola is still under review. In Europe, the listed cities are London, Barcelona, Paris, Stockholm, Berlin, and Brussels. In the USA, the listed cities are New York, Atlanta, Washington, D.C., Seattle, and Minneapolis.
The 3 months nationwide public consultation, as part of the Commission's mandate, would not only be restricted to Gambians in the Gambia, but also incorporate the views and aspirations of Gambians living in the diaspora.
Well, stay online.
Jaka Sisi reporting for Fatu Network.
That was a report there by Jaka Sisi on CRC, briefing journalists on their ongoing activities. Now I have Nyima Jadama on the line now from Germany. Nyima is a refugee rights activist and a Gambian journalist based in Germany. Hello, Nyima.
Hi, Omar.
Welcome to the Fatu Network.
Thank you.
Well, as you may know, 15 Gambians were deported yesterday from Germany. What do you know about these people who have been returned to the country?
Well, actually, personally, I cannot say that I know any other person from the 15 people or 40 people because the number is still conflicting. I reported that 2 weeks ago there would be there is a planned deportation to Gambia on the 29th, and unfortunately it happens to be yesterday. And most of them are from Baden-Württemberg, that is South Germany, Stuttgart, and Freiburg. My information I got, it's 40 people. There was somebody at the airport yesterday. We were communicating. But then I just spoke to her. She said she saw about 15 to 10, something like this, and the government sent 15. But I can only rely on, from the Regerium Presidium, that is the administrative court in Karlsruhe, and the Refugee Council, and they cannot confirm to me whether it is 15 or 14. So for now, I will detract from the number. Okay. But there was deportation yesterday.
Okay, so how many Gambians are on the deportation list as far as you know in Germany?
Well, actually, since 2017, December, after the visit of Steinmeier, or during his visit, he made a press conference together with President Adama Barrow, and there he announced that about 2,500 Gambians are waiting for deportation. 1,500 is undocumented, and therefore all of these people are waiting for deportation.
What happened? Is it that they exhausted their legal means, or did they commit crimes? Why were they being deported back to the Gambia?
Well, actually, on a general rule, when a refugee or an asylum seeker, first I would say, fail to secure a permit to stay, the international law on migration allows the host country to actually deport the person. Because before you apply for an asylum, or if you go for an interview, they would directly tell you that the law allows us to deport you in case you cannot secure a permit.
Yeah.
This is one of the reasons why they are deported. Some drug cases or crime cases or whatever. And thirdly, there are an agreement between the government and the government of Germany. So it could be these three reasons why these people are deported.
So what are those reasons again? You mean most of them failed their asylum and
a deal with the Gambian government,
yeah.
Involvement of crime and drug peddlings, and also either their asylum or the three should be deported.
So you want to, but some of them also are saying that the EU gave Gambia government money for them to come back and provide jobs for people at home. So does this also make sense to you? Or what has been your major campaign? What have you been campaigning for? Some said, well, Gambia is a peaceful country. EU gave Gambia money. So, but some are saying, yeah, even despite all that, we want these people to be there. What are you campaigning for? What do you want to see? Can you hear me?
Personally, what I am campaigning for is to give equal opportunity. Yes, I said personally, what I am campaigning equal rights and equal opportunity to all asylum seekers, including Gambians, to stay. Gambia could be termed as a safe country, otherwise in other countries, but in Germany, as far as I know, it is not marked as a safe country. Countries like Ghana, Angola, and so on, other countries that are marked as a safe country. So therefore, Germany has no right, the international, that allows them to deport people if they fail their asylum to. That's why that goes back to the reason that there is a deal between these two countries. EU has given the Gambian in 2016 120 euros, and again 75,000 euros again. So where is this money is what I've been questioning for. I did an interview, I did by track, like a reportage on this last year, sometimes last year, I did a research on this. So all of this money from EU goes to the Gambia government. Obviously, you and I know very well that the Europeans, they will not give Gambia government money for like that and just let them like that. In return, it's returned back to people. So from the side of the Germany, personally, I wouldn't say that I've seen any concrete evidence that they have a deal. But I know that money is sent to Gambia and they have development projects and so on, like when I visit to develop GTTI, to do integration programs and so on. And since early this year, January, there should be a project in Janjanpuri. I'm not sure if you know about this, but I've seen reports that Gambia government is claiming this is from under the youth project or is from the YEP project or whatever, which I wouldn't try, I would actually differ with. Because this is from the loan from Germany is giving and whatever or incentive they are giving to the Gambia government to take its people back. Now, my question is, if Gambia government...
Carry on. Yes.
Yeah, my question is, if Gambia government should be taking these people back in return of reintegration process, it makes no sense to me. Those are so-called reintegration processes because Gambia, how many unemployment rate do we have in Gambia? People will go to university and at the end of the day, there is no job. So I think instead of, if Germany could provide schools for them and provide, if they graduate, does it make sense? It doesn't make sense. So Gambia government has lost the deal, if there is any. They haven't calculated well and they have really disappointed us. And from the side of EU, again, I got a draft in October that this draft says at least 50 Gambians should be deported from Europe, including Germany. And if Gambia government do not comply, EU might take forces. And now they discuss about this, this is when they started to give them money and so on. So it are smoothly going this way, and every month they are deporting. Then that means there is something going on, which our government is not telling us. And I also want to make clarification on, I read a report by Fatu Network that the spokesperson of the government says that every deportees yesterday received 60 euros. This is not true. I just spoke to the person who was on ground yesterday. They didn't have any money. And we all know that IOM does not give any cash. They will give you moral support, like to school or develop your plan, business plan, and whatever. So why is our government saying informations that, I mean, we cannot buy these informations?
We will get the government side of it. I've tried to talk to some of them, but this is a developing story, and we'll bring their side. But you said a condition was laid down for the government. What are those conditions that they must accept these people?
This was from the draft document. Actually, like I said, it's a draft document, so therefore it wasn't officialized. The conditions were that they should take back their peoples because, I mean, according to international law, I would say,
how would you describe
if you failed your asylum, your country should take them.
You talk about...
How would that be possible? Well, the thing is, it's a...
Is Gambia not a peaceful country for you?
Pardon?
I said, is Gambia not a peaceful country for you, for these people to return home?
Omar, if Gambia is a peaceful country, then Germany would officialize it as a peaceful country. Why is it taking them long since over in 2016? Germany has not made it a peaceful country. You and I know, journalists, if Gambia is a peaceful country...
Oh. That is Nyima Jadamade, a refugee rights activist. We'll try to reach her again, and as we're having problem with the internet here. But she's on the line again. Hello, Nyima.
You
were talking about...
If Gambia is a democratically peaceful country, why is it that politicians are being questioned for speaking their opinion? Tell me, if Gambia is a 100% peaceful country, why is it that some journalists recently in 2017, 2016 would go to conferences and be beaten up or the assault or whatever? If Gambia is a peaceful country, Germany would officialize it as a peaceful country like they did to Ghana and other countries. If Gambia is a peaceful country, why is it that we still have the economic soldiers in our country present? If Gambia is peaceful, why would Barrow send his kids to America to study there? We have a university, we have private schools in Gambia, but he's not doing that. So where is the security? Where is the democracy? Where is the peace we are talking about?
So, fair enough.
They are trying to say Gambia is a democratic country, is a peaceful country in the eyes of the international community to gain international support, to strengthen their international relationship with international countries. I spoke to a source recently, like 2 years ago or 1 year ago, something like this, that this, from Foreign Office, there is a benefit if Gambia take back these deportees, because every deportee there is an incentive attached to it, like a lot of money, like 5,000 or something like this. So Gambia government is working money on us, the migrants that are leaving. They are taking back the migrants, taking back money, and they are not giving them any opportunity. Where is the future of these people at the end of the day?
Now, let's talk about the other aspect. You talk about the economy, you talk about journalists being beaten, but how about somebody who also committed a crime in a foreign country? Should he be maintained there? Or because, for example, if I was engaged in drug activities and sent to Mile 2 as a non-Gambian and they decide to send me to my country, for example, Senegal, should that also be a crime? And is it not government's responsibility to ensure that they turn those people into useful citizens?
This is why I said among the 3 reasons it includes people who committed crimes on drug peddling. Personally, in my campaign, I did never and I would never campaign for such people. I said it anywhere, any conference I attend or whatever I do. Unfortunately, us Gambians have made a bad name for ourselves, especially in South Germany. I did go out to a lot of conferences and speak to different places. And some of them would say, the moment you mention Gambia, the first thing that comes to their mind is drug. One German woman asked me after a conference, is there any school that Gambians attend on how to deal on drugs? I was shocked. I was like, do you ever heard of a wall where there is a school that people go to school to know how to deal with drugs? He said, because I am surprised because of Gambia. So in this case, I support the system of Germany by deporting them because I felt so bad that you cannot be to a country, for example, Germany. Every month they are giving you money, they give you food, they give you where to sleep. At the end of the day, you are paid. You become that social help from the taxpayers' money. So if I am paying tax and you are selling drug to my son, do you think I would be willing to continue paying tax for you to leave? No. So such people should be sent back home. And I understand some of them were directly from prison, who were sent yesterday. Those kind of people, I have nothing to say. But people who are well integrated, people who have been going to school, working and paying tax, they have never committed crimes. I have seen situations like this. These people deserve to stay, honestly.
So now, what do you want government to do now? In terms, do you want them to minimize, to prioritize, or to engage the German government as far as this deportation is concerned?
The thing is, I think there is less for our government to do, because the thing is like mandinko would bafala nyami ko jemi mponta boko kono ko tanke ndox bu turu la. So if there is if it be that there is a deal, that means they cannot do anything, because we all know the white people, what they believe in is paper. If something is put on paper, that's it. But if not, if they are about to, I would say the Gambia government should engage the German government in talks, dialogues, consultations. Look, our country is not ready to receive these people, number one. The Gambia government is not ready to take back migrants because they have no future for them. They have no job for them. They have nothing for them. If I were them, they should tell these people is that, well, no problem, like Ghana did. We will take back our people, but at this moment we cannot. Let us put our house in order first. If everything is okay, I mean, who wants to leave? You either have a problem that this is why some of us would leave our country, be refugees or whatever. I mean, nobody just would like to enter this Libya, Red Sea or whatever and come here. These people are suffering, Omar. I wish you see where some of them sleep. You went through Libya for 1 year or so, you come to Germany, you slept in a container, you don't cook, you cannot cook on your own, everything had to be determined, and then they just put you on the plane like that. You are the breadwinner of a family, for example. I just wrote that last night. Look, over 200 security personnel are caught them from Germany. And some of them, they will chain them like slaves. This is wrong. This is wrong, even though they've killed people. This is wrong from the international protection. You don't do this. If they have over 200 personnel, why should they handcuff both their legs and their hands? It's wrong. Our Gambia government are not doing anything. At the end, they don't look if these people are okay. They pay no support to them. They give them no advice. So we are producing criminals. We are producing a bad society instead of what we think we are doing, all because of money.
Is it not proper for those people who are there, like you said, I live in Germany, I live with you in Germany, you know, but those who are living in those deplorable conditions to come back instead of living in that situation there? You know the situation. When I was there, you wanted to take me somewhere in one of the cities. But should they not come back and at least try to make them a useful citizens in this country?
Omar, you and I know very well the situation in Gambia. Germany, if you are from Gambia, what they will tell you is Gambia is these people come for asylum to seek asylum. They are with suffering, like they are financial refugees also because of their poor. I understand, but Omar, you and I know very well, Gambians are willing to work. I wish you look at the German market. Those that are doing hard work, 50% are all Gambians. The thing is right. If you're not happy in a country, it's better you go back home, because like you and I know very well how some people live in Gambia. At least they have a place to sleep. Even if you sleep at home, you have love. You share everything with people. But here is different. So they live at a very bad condition. It's good for them to go back home. But you know, if they go back home, at least they're getting something here to help their family. So where is that support now that stopped? And Barrow is not supporting that individual, talk less of a whole family.
So like you said, nimu jibondi ate kono la silam.
Ate kono la no atambitale, and we are expecting more because 2,500 is on the list. So every month it's coming. The only idea I have is that if people heard me, I tried it personally, I would say this public fine. We should get the Gambians in Gambia. We should get our parents. We should get our moms. Yeah, let them demonstrate. We demonstrate. I organized a demonstration with other people in 2017. It still doesn't count much. The demonstration that counts is in the Gambia. Let them demonstrate to Barrow's office. If I'm in the Gambia, if Gambians could could risk their life by demonstrating for Jammeh to go out. Those women at the market should risk their life to demonstrate at Barrow's office. If a plane is supposed to land at the airport, they should. Gambia government could simply send back that flight back.
But Nyima, you are just saying a few minutes ago that some of these people, you will not even allow them to live in Germany. So why would you even say such a thing?
Look, yes, this is what where the problem is. Before these people are deported, Gambia government is informed. They are informed. They know people will be sent back home. So they could look at the list and ask them, why are these people supposed to be sent? What is their crime? If the person is dealing into drug or whatever, fine, this is fine, they can welcome them. But if the person is well integrated, is going to school, like Damdau's case last year, he was picked from school. He never committed a crime. I spoke with the chef that he works with. I do a reportage on this. This is fine. People who are integrated, Gambia government should balance this and look at the data of people who are coming because they got information. The consulate here, I just spoke with him. He's like, oh, I don't even know that people are deported. I do make travel documents, but I don't know people are deported. So he sent the information to Gambia, and Gambia government know. So they could send back the flight, but they are not doing that. Because of what? They got a deal.
Are you aware of the threats issued by some of them that they will kill Western tourists, particularly Germans?
Yes, I think I sent you that audio. I mean, this was yesterday at the airport. This woman, Angelica, I just spoke to, a German. She just came back today, last night. She interviewed one of the guys, and I think I sent you the picture. Unfortunately, he's from Freiburg. So he said, this is why I said Gambia government is creating more criminals, more bandits, and a bad society than they think they are doing better. Yes, this guy, what he says was, he swear to his own mother that he would attack, or he will take a gun and go to Senegambia and kill any white person, especially if the person happens to be a German. Yeah. So what is that telling you? And he's not the only person. Do you know how many guys I spoke to? They are angry, Omar. They're nervous. They are so panicked. They don't know what to do. Sometimes I visit the camps. I will chat with them. I don't like Facebook Live business, but I do spoke to them, and I do radio interviews and so on. And it's sad. It's really sad how they live.
I listened to the audio. I know the language is belligerent, but what are you doing also as a refugee activist to ensure that such thing doesn't happen back home here, even though you are in Germany? Although you have been trying to help them to fix their documents and so on, but what will you also advise them in ensuring that they do not venture into such things?
Well, the thing is that I would advise them that this is not the end of the life. A downfall of a man is not the end of your life, his or her life. Life goes on. They were in Europe. They live a good life or they live a bad life. Now they are back home. Like some people would comment, at least they have a home to go back. At least I'm sure they would have food. Even though the situations would differ, they will be more stressed and whatever. So my advice with them is just to calm down, keep it cool. Some of them are well integrated. They already have Beruf like professions. They've been working and so on. So they could develop them, let them talk to IMO, let them give them the benefits that they are giving to other refugees. And there are so many refugee help organizations in Gambia that are willing to support. There are contacts, and in Germany here there are groups, Germans. I must say a very big thank you to some of the Germans that are personally or in a group helping them. They can contact all of this, and who knows, life goes on, I think. I would say. They might be able to come back again.
Thank you so much, Nyuma, for your time.
Thank you very much. Ciao.
That was Nyuma Jadamaje, a Gambian journalist based in Germany who is also a refugee rights activist, and they shedding light on the deportation of 15 Gambians yesterday. We will have somebody also on the line. He's also part of the Gambian Refugee Association in Germany. Hello? If I can have, hello? Hello? Well, I have another person on the line. That is Ablai Nget. Hello, Nget, Ablai.
Hello, Omar. How are you?
I'm doing well.
How is Gambia?
Alhamdulillah, Gambia is fine. I'm sure you're also following the events unfolding in this country.
Yeah, I'm following it very well. I just closed work not long ago.
Okay.
And
well, that is Ablai Nget. I think I'm having trouble with the internet there. It's flip-flopping there. But we'll have also another person on Skype, and that is Yaya Sonko. He's part of the Gambian Refugee Association in Germany. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, I'm sorry, very well. I just closed work not long ago. Okay.
Hello?
Hello? Well, that is...
Can you hear me?
I think I'm having trouble with the internet there. It's flip-flop.
Well, I'm having trouble with some of these people with their telephone lines there. Hello, Yaya? Hello? Well, I will go back to Ablai Nget, who is also a Gambian living in Germany. And hello, Ablai.
Hello, Omar.
Yes.
As I was saying, I just closed work and I read about this information about these Gambians who are deported.
Okay.
Yeah, it is something very troubling here. Because, I mean, Gambians here, they are very worried about their situation and their status here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm hearing you, yeah.
Now, they said they have been brought back home because of obvious reasons. Assuming they were involved in, they committed some crimes. So should government be blamed for this entirely, or they should also take some degree of responsibility?
Yeah, I mean, there is issue about this responsibility and an issue about this new government. Like many will say that the government should have not accepted these people to be deported back home because, I mean, there is nothing much there for them.
So as far as you are concerned, what is your stand? What is your stand as far as this situation is concerned?
Yeah, my stand about this situation is that I'm looking at this Gambian's perspective because, I mean, there are a lot of Gambians in Germany and many are helping their families out there back home, and then their asylum here is not accepted. And since the change of the government, the situation is not good for Gambians regarding this asylum. And then I know that they are doing very good for their family and they're helping them very well. So if they are to be deported back home and nothing is in place for them to hold on to, it's going to be a very, very difficult situation. That's what I know. And then I'm living with Gambians here. They are so worried, and they don't know what is going to happen to them tomorrow. And then it's definitely worrying here.
What will be your message to the government and the people, the migrants living in Germany?
Yeah, I mean, as I can see, I mean, the government is portraying the Gambia that now is safe and they have lots for the youths, which is not the reality. Yeah, the reality is that, I mean, many youths who are deported back home, they are not well schooled and they didn't have a job before, and then I don't think the government can provide work for all of them.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Nget, for your time. That is Ablai Nget there on the line there from Germany, shedding light on the 15 Gambians that have been returned from Germany yesterday. And I will try Ablai Yaya Sonko once again and see. Hello, Yaya. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, welcome to the Fatu Network.
Thank you very much, Omar.
You are a member of the Gambia's Refugee Association in Germany.
Yeah.
So, what has your association been doing with regard to this case?
Also, Omar, so far so good. We have taken a lot of measures to make sure that we work with in a diplomacy way with our Gambia government by convincing them or by calling them to come on board in a discussion table with the German authorities. What we try to do as the association, we wrote letters to the president, the vice president, and all the ministers in the Gambia, And already, as I am speaking with you, we got replies from the Gambia government through some ministers that they saw our email, and inshallah they will definitely try to discussions. They will do some like example. I'll give you a classical example. We got a reply from the Ministry of Youth and Sport. He told us that in his reply, he put it to us that they saw our email. It is their concern, and they will call for a discussion with our cabinet members. And also, we don't only stop there. We try to engage the politicians in Gambia. We wrote to all the political parties, their heads, and we realized that they also receive our emails because a political head called Halifa Sallah replied to us that he received our email, and he is a member in the parliament. So they have in parliament, they have a committee responsible for migrants. So definitely they will engage that committee to come up with ideas and plans how to make some follow-ups. Other parties like UDP also replied to us through Abdullah Fandintal. They also replied to us as a political party. They will look into the matter and they will discuss towards it. We don't only stop there, Omar. We are planning to also engage our the two mayors in the Gambia. The Lord Mayor is Rahim Malik Low and Talib Ahmed Benzouda. All these people, we are sending letters to them. Also the area council chairpersons, we also sending letters to them. So we want to involve the whole Gambia. Again, you are aware that we already sent press release to almost all the media in the Gambia. So these are some of the issues, these are some of the plans that our association, we are doing towards helping Gambian refugees in this matter.
I got a copy of that letter. It's with me here, and I've seen it was written on the 3rd of January 2019. And you copied the president, the vice president, the speaker of the National Assembly members, ministers, all party leaders. So what was the government's reaction when he said the office of the president? When did they acknowledge receiving the letter? And what was their response?
The response we have from the office of the president, I think, according to our PRO, he received an email from Amibojan Sissoho that she saw our email, she saw our letter, and she will also do her best to communicate to the authorities. So when we believe that if Amibojan Sissoho replied to us that she saw this email, so definitely we believe if she did the right thing, definitely then President Barrows would be aware. Of course, we sent a letter to Barrow himself, and the Vice President of the Gambia, Ousainou Darboe. We sent the President and the Vice President. They both received these letters.
Now, okay, carry on.
Yeah, you can comment.
Now, what I'm saying, when you look at the organization, but there is a difference between a refugee and a migrant. And which one are you fighting? Are you fighting for the migrants or are you fighting for the refugees? Because as far as we know, these people are not refugees. Or are they refugees? Or how do you categorize these people? Migrants or refugees?
Of course they are refugees, because these are people who came to Germany to ask for asylum. So hence they ask for asylum. They are to us, we categorize ourselves as refugees. We are here to ask for protection, in different means. We all have our individual stories. So definitely they are categorized as refugees. So and when you look at the situation of the Gambia, Omar, when you look at it right now, in the case of the Gambia, though yes, Gambia, we got a change. We have a government change in the Gambia. This is what the German government or the EU countries are relying on, telling to the refugees that your country has a democratic government now. So definitely there is no problem there. But I will give you a classical example of few countries that their people are living here. Example, Ghana. Omar, Ghanaians are many here in Germany, in Italy, in Spain. Nigerians, likewise Nigerians too. So, but when you look at these two, Nigeria, Gambia, Ghana, the way Gambians are suffering, The way Gambia, like when I say the way Gambians are suffering, I mean the asylum seekers. The way we are suffering here, what we are encountering, other countries, the people from other countries are not facing those difficulties. Ghana, when you look at it, Ghana is more democratic than Gambia. Ghana have been in democracy for some time now. Gambia, for the past 22 years, we are under a dictatorship. We just got a change. But look, with all that democracy in Ghana, their leaders, the presidents and the authorities from Ghana, they do go out. We saw videos. We saw videos of a Ghanaian president try to go to Italy. That Italy Prime Minister Salvini, if you are in Europe or if you are following news, you know who is Salvini.
Yeah, no,
he's totally against this refugee issue. So this Ghanaian president met Salvini and convinced Salvini. This is what we are calling our people. I will just give you a record that was published a few days ago about in 2018 how many people are deported. I will just make mention about these 3 countries. In about Gambia, 108 people had been deported in 2018 from this region, Baden-Württemberg. Nigeria, only 42. Senegal, only 1. Ghana, 3. So when you look at it, Gambians, we are facing the deportation than other countries. And this other, Senegal is far better than Gambia in terms of democracy. You cannot even compare Senegal, Ghana, and Nigeria with Ghana. So when German government or our authorities, people are telling us that your country is having a democracy, so you have to go back. What of these countries? So that's where you will see that those people, those countries, their authorities are taking efforts, necessary steps to prevent deportations and other things.
Now, I know some of them, they don't have passports. How do they deport this kind of people without passports?
This is an important question, Omar. That's what, in fact, that is one of our reasons why we wrote emails, letters to these ministers. Maybe you might be aware of this. There are Gambian immigration officials here in Kalsua. Omar, most of these deportees go through this interview with these immigration officials in Kalsua. Most of them, what usually happen is through our findings here. Because we are also in contact with authorities here. I went up to Kalsua, just to see these Gambian immigration officials there. So you realize that any Gambians when you are called to go to this place, Kalsua, for an interview, it's identification purpose. They will just identify you. They will ask you, where are you from Gambia? Who is your father? Here in German, you said your date of birth is this. You are from. So after all those stuff, they will either recommend you as a Gambian or a non-Gambian. So when you are recommended as a Gambian, when those officials there recommend you as a Gambian, if German want to deport you, they don't even need your. This is what happened. This is why you heard yesterday, and other deportees are saying that we went home without even a single paper, without a passport, without a birth certificate. This is what happened. The paper that they go home with is just a mere paper containing their names and their own details. So this means that the immigration officers in Kalsua, when they recommend them as a Gambian, so German at German's level here, that satisfies them that by a Gambian. They don't need, if they can get a passport, it's fine. But if they cannot get it from you because they ask you to bring your passport. So if you cannot bring that, or if they force you to bring that and you never bring it, so these are the measures. That identification alone at Kalsua by a Gambian immigration officials, that is okay for German people to deport you to Gambia. Another thing they try to do is, the second thing they try to do is, here it is a law in German. When you want to work, they ask you, the law says that you have to identify yourself from which nationality. So here in German, so we are asked to bring our passport or our birth certificate. Mostly, the Gambians here, we do go with our birth certificates. So that birth certificate now, they use that also as a strategy. Anybody who is in a deportation threat, when they ask you to take your birth certificate for a job purpose, fine, sometimes you will even start a job, but immediately after some time, you will be arrested or you will be cased by the police, and when you are caught, you will go to a detention. Anytime they got flight, you will go back home.
Now, what do you want the government to do now? Do you want them to prioritize? You want them to engage, or want them to mitigate? What do you want the government to do as far as this deportation is concerned?
Yes, what we are calling the Gambia government right now for, this association, we are very peaceful. That's why we have plan A and plan B. Our plan A is diplomacy. If plan A don't work, we have plan B. I will come to that. So what we are calling them for now is we want them to, more especially our parliamentarians, this is why we involve them. We want them to call either the ministry responsible for that is Ministry of Foreign Affairs or Ministry of Interior, because immigrations are under Ministry of Interior. We want the parliament members to please engage these authorities in the Gambia to scrutinize them. What are the reasons behind these deportations? Of course, we know some deportees made some criminal records or crimes here that lead to their deportation. But of course, there are people who are well integrated here, who are definitely ready to learn, to learn skills. They are even going to school. Some are even working. You see at the end of the day, they will also arrest those people. So it's not about legal or illegality. It's about generally. So we want the Gambian parliamentarians, please, we are calling on you people, call this ministries responsible for this issue to come and answer to you people. If necessary, the president himself to come and answer to you people. This is our concern. Gambians are here sleeping outside Omar. You go out, they are running away, because when you sleep in your house, you will be arrested or you will be taken by the police. So it's very, very cold here. It's snowing every day. You see Gambians running like hell. So we are calling on the Gambian government, more especially our parliamentarians, let them make more effort. Cabinet too, we want the cabinet. That's why we write to all the ministries. Let the cabinet members sit and discuss this issue. This is an important issue. This, if you remember, the interior minister of this region, Baden Budenbach in Germany, said that 2,500 Gambians will be deported.
Yeah.
So it's this year. So that already started. So definitely, if our government don't take any step, they don't discuss anything, absolutely, this is going to be something that they will succeed in deporting 2,500 Gambians within 12 months.
Thank you so much, Yaya, for your time.
You're welcome, Omar. Thank you very much.
That is Yaya Sonko there of the Gambian Refugee Association in Germany. Well, viewers, that's all we have for you today. From me and my team, we thank you all. Till tomorrow. Bye for now.